What were they doing to make it hard, and how do you guys kind of have to adjust that?
They've been tight. They've been tight, well, since the end of the season and through the playoffs. They played extremely tight. I thought we had opportunities that we didn't cash in on early. I thought that we could have executed better. Some of that I got to give to them. Some of it we got to take responsibility with our execution and moving pucks and getting pucks to areas that we need to get to. But I think that thought we got a little bit sharper in the third period, but I think our execution's got to be better in the offensive zone, but from getting out of the defensive zone through the neutral zone and then into the offensive zone.
Front right.
Peter, even though you didn't have a ton of shots, obviously you had some pretty good quality chances there.
Yeah.
When you are missing out on those, what's the element of pressing? Did you feel as the game was going on that you guys were pressing a little bit?
No, I actually thought that the game when it was in the third period was probably our best period. I thought we were slow out of the gate in the first. Second period was tight. I mean, it was 3 chances each. It just wasn't a lot going on. In the third period, I thought we picked it up a little bit. We were able to generate some offense, get into the offensive zone, and get some looks. So I don't know if it was from pressing. I mean, it was 1-0 game the whole time, and then we had the kind of the fluke goal there to make it 2-0. And so I don't think we gave up a lot because we were pressing. I just think that we slowly got better as the game went on, but I still think there's gears to go.
Left side, third row.
Peter, just offensively speaking, it felt like it was a little bit harder to get on the inside of them tonight. Is there any tactical difference or thing you can do, or is it just an overall effort you got to out-battle them?
It's probably a little bit of everything. We'll go back and look at it. It's probably a little bit of everything.
Peter, your guys have been able to adapt well and play your game. Do you feel like there were maybe some stubbornness about what they were trying to do versus what maybe you needed to do to change it a little bit?
I thought that the execution of us getting out of our zone and through the neutral zone could have been better, which will lead to offense. From there in the offensive zone, there's things that we could try to do to get better with regard to moving pucks, moving quicker pace, getting more numbers into the areas. And so I think there's things that we'll look at and go back to see what we can do better in each zone.
Left side, Andrew.
When that goal gets overturned for the interference, did you feel like that could give some kind of,
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see that, and the building got, we got to give them a little bit more reason. You know what I mean? It was that put a little juice in the building, and you'd want to pick up from there and get going. And again, there were some chances in the third. We were pressing a little bit in a good way offensively in the third to try and get that goal to tie it up, and it just didn't happen.
Right side.
Peter, was Phil okay in the third period?
Yeah, Phil was fine. Again, just the way the game's winding down there, the timeouts, the look at the goal. We had fresh players out there all the time, and so we ended up putting, double shifting our guys quite a bit to try and chase that goal.
Left side, fifth row.
Peter, you mentioned the fluke goal before. Do you say anything to Alexei after something like that happens?
No, I mean, it's a tough bounce. He's trying to do the right thing. It's a tough bounce.
Left side up front.
Peter, it's the first time you've trailed in a series in the postseason. I mean, what's, how do you approach the mindset now, and how does that change what you have to do?
I think we can play better. I don't think that was the best version of ourselves, and so we'll look to see what they did, see what we can do better in all areas of the game. I think there's more for us to give and more for us to do out there. So you're right, game one didn't go our way. We now have to focus on game two and make that the priority.
We can do a couple more. Back right.
Peter, after that hit by Trouba that sparked that rush about midway through the third there, it seemed like the crowd got back into it. Do you think you guys need to be more physical to try and get the crowd into it and get those chances?
I didn't think the game was really about that. I mean, it was fairly clean. There wasn't a lot of scrums going on out there. They had some hits on us. I thought we had some hits on them, but not a ridiculous amount of hits, 25, 27 apiece, something like that. And so I didn't take it that way, but it was nice that we were able to get that hit and get some energy. I do think that provides something out there. Again, a little bit more of everything, right? A little bit more execution on exits, a little more execution through the neutral zone, a little more press offensively, a little more physicality, a little more detailed to defense. There's a lot of little things you can do that can add up and make a difference inside of a game.
Last question, left side.
Peter, when you talk about press offensively, do you need your guys just looking to shoot more, whether there are bodies in front or not, just to create something there? Was there not enough of that in this one when you did have the puck in the zone?
I didn't say press offensively. I was answering a question about pressing offensively. I thought that in the third period, that's when we started to put pucks at the net and things were happening. We just didn't. I think we hit the post a couple times and didn't, there's some chances maybe where we could have elevated and we didn't. And so, they made some saves. But I do think that getting into the offensive zone and delivering pucks to the net is important because it creates things and create havoc. It breaks down defenses. And like I said, it was very slow through the first, and the second was tight both ways, and the third, I thought we pushed it a little bit, and we need more of that, yeah.